Good morning, students. Today we will have the last topic of this chapter. As we have discussed about the types of chemical reaction, in which we have five types of chemical reaction, that is combination, decomposition, displacement, double displacement, and redox reaction. This redox reaction, it has lots of importance in our daily life. Because of this only, what most of the effect that is going on in our life, in our daily life, that is because of the oxidation reduction reaction. So already we have discussed about the oxidation and reduction. Oxidation is what? Here we are talking about oxidation and reduction in terms of oxygen and hydrogen only. But in the senior classes you will have little different definition of this one. Here oxidation is what? It is a gain of oxygen. Whenever any of the element is going to gain oxygen, it is called as oxidation. It is also called to be as oxidation when this element is going to lose its hydrogen. Reduction is what? Reduction is gain of hydrogen and loss of oxygen. Beside these all things, we have one more thing related to this oxidation and reduction, which is called as oxidizing agent and reducing agent, which is also very much important that you people have to know about the oxidizing agent and reducing agent. So oxidizing agent, it is a substance which help the other element to undergo reduction, that is called as oxidizing agent, and reducing agent are those which help the other element to undergo oxidation by reducing itself. That's why it is called to be as reducing agent. Like here we can take example this one. Here we have copper oxide, it means copper combined with oxygen, and here we have hydrogen. But in the product side, what we have seen, this copper is going to lose its oxygen, it means loss of oxygen takes place. And what I told you, loss of oxygen is called to be as reduction. Here hydrogen is going to gain oxygen, so gain of oxygen is called to be as what? It is called as oxidation. So the one which undergo reduction is called to be as oxidizing agent, because the reduction of this one takes place, because this is going to lose its oxygen, so it means reduction of this element takes place, and it is called to be as oxidizing agent. Why? Because it help in the reduction. And here gain of oxygen, it means oxidation of this one takes place, so this is called to be as the reducing agent. This also you have to know, because sometime the question may be asked from this also, that show which one undergo reduction, which one undergo oxidation, and which one act as oxidizing agent, and which one act as reducing agent. Here also we have one more example for this one, like ferric oxide. Here the oxidation number of this one 3, that we will discuss later, because you are not knowing about the oxidation number now. So the name of this one is called to be as ferric oxide. When react with aluminium, in the product side we have iron, and it will give rise to aluminium oxide. So again same thing there. Here this iron is going to lose its oxygen, and then in the product side it is in the form of iron only, and aluminium is going to gain one oxygen. That's why gain of oxygen is called to be as oxidation, and loss of oxygen is called to be as reduction. The one which undergo reduction is called to be as oxidizing agent, and the one which undergo oxidation is called to be as reducing agent. I hope this, by these examples, these all oxidation, reduction, and oxidizing agent and reducing agent will be clear to you people. Or if you will be getting any doubt related to this section, you can ask me in my through my WhatsApp number. Now moving to the next point. As I told you, this oxidation reaction, it has a lots of a big role. It is having a big role in our daily life. So now we have to deal with two most important things that occur in our daily life, which is given in your syllabus. Although leaving these all things, we have lots of things related to the oxidation and reduction, but here in this chapter we have to discuss only about two topics, that is corrosion and rancidity. So here we have effect of oxidation reaction in everyday life. Corrosion, You are very well known about corrosion. It is the process of slowly eating up of the metal due to the attack of atmospheric gases such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, water vapor, etc. on the surface of metal so as to convert the metal into oxide, carbonate, sulfide, etc. That is called as corrosion. Corrosion means what? Mostly we have seen in the rainy days what happen whenever the metal come in contact with the atmospheric air, because this atmospheric air, it has lots of gases present on that. It has water vapor, it has oxygen, it has carbon, and many other gases are there. But corrosion, it is a process which can take place only because of the two factor, that is water vapor and oxygen. Without oxygen and without water vapor, corrosion will never be takes place. So corrosion is what? It is actually the eating up of metal by the attack of water vapor and oxygen. Like we have seen iron, if we are keeping iron, or like mostly we have seen gates, that is in our houses, gates or doors, in that whatever the iron we have used, these iron slowly they get eaten up. That's why to prevent it from the corrosion, we are using paint or many different process to prevent it from the process of corrosion. Actually, whenever we are putting paint into the iron, this paint prevent the direct contact of this iron to the atmospheric oxygen or water vapor. That's why it avoid the process of corrosion. But if we do not paint these gate or window which come directly in contact with the atmospheric gases, that's why corrosion takes place. And because of the corrosion, the lifetime or lifespan of these iron become, or these metals become decreases, because slowly they are eaten up by the atmospheric gases. This is called as what? This is called as corrosion. There are certain methods given to prevent the process of corrosion that we will discuss in the next chapter. So corrosion, it is a process in which any of the metal is eaten by atmospheric gases. But same thing whenever we are especially talking about the iron. When iron it is also a metal. So whenever iron is get oxidized, this process is called to be as rusting. Why we have given this one as special name? Because we know that most of the things are made up of iron. Like if we are talking about the bridges, all the bridges are made up of iron, or it takes too much of money to build this type of bridges. Or if every year we are going to build again and again this type of bridges, then it will cause a lots of economy loss. That's why we have to prevent these rusting by painting or by galvanization, or many of the methods are there. That's why here it is this rusting of iron, or this eaten up of iron has given a special name, that is called as rusting. Though it is also the same process, that is eating up of metal is called as corrosion and eating up of iron is called as rusting. Here few methods are also given to prevent the process of rusting, that is by painting, by greasing, and by galvanization. So what do you mean by galvanization? Galvanization, it is a process in which we are coating any of the metal by using zinc. This zinc do not, it make a layer over the metal, and it do not allow the gases to come direct in contact with the metal, and by mean of this it prevent the metal from rusting or corrosion. Next is rancidity. Rancidity is also a process which we are using for the oxidation of food materials. When this food material come in contact with the oxygen, it starts smelling bad, and the taste of this one is also changed. That's why there is need to prevent the food from come in contact with oxygen. That's why we are keeping these things inside the freezer. It is not like that inside the fridge oxygen is not there, but inside fridge we have the temperature, that is very low temperature, and at low temperature the any of the chemical reaction is going on decreases, mean the rate of reaction becomes slow, and it prevent any of the thing to get oxidized for a long time. So rancidity, it is a process in which oxidation of oil or fat in a food resulting into bad smell and bad taste is called rancidity. Rancidity, the most common example of rancidity you can see in like a chips packet. Always the chips packet is filled with a flushing of nitrogen. Why does it happens actually? because this nitrogen do not let the oxygen to come in contact with the chips. That's why it make the chips crispy at it as it were packed earlier. Like whenever we are keeping any of the things which we prepared at our home, uh, like salonis and anything else, so we are keeping it in a airtight container. Why? To prevent it to come in contact with oxygen or moisture. If it do not come in contact with these, then it retain its crispiness, but if as it come in contact with the atmospheric oxygen and moisture, then the crispiness of this one is lost, and it starts smelling bad, which may cause some type of uh, some type of bad or a stomach pain or some type of diseases you may got because of this one. So there are certain methods given to prevent rancidity, that is by adding antioxidant, by vacuum packing, replacing air by nitrogen, and keeping any of the food stuff inside the refrigerator. Okay, with that I have completed this chapter, but once again I am going to explain this same topic in the next session. Okay, then thank you.